Hey everyone, welcome. I'm just gonna do a quick video explaining how sportsbooks make their money. So basically, it just boils down to them and their analysts and their $10 million team of computers, whatever, Stanford grads. They create the true odds of an event occurring, right? So after all that deliberation, Bet365 has created a true outcome of DeAndre Ayton's points over or under event. The event occurring of over or under is 50%, okay? You can see that right here because both of these numbers are the same, right? However, this is showing the true outcome of the event occurring, and this 7% is how much money they make off of you, okay? And I'll show you how that works. So if you turn off the no vig odds, and then go back down to DeAndre Ayton, you see that they to access this line, Bet365 is charging you minus 115, right? So they make you pay 115 to get paid out 100. So you're really staking 15 more dollars than you should be staking, if that makes sense. And then over time, let's say you lose that and you run this sequence over, let's say, 100,000 occurrences over all the players that use Bet365, they end up making that 7% cut because some people are going to bet the over and the under. And whether the over or the under hits, it doesn't matter to the sportsbook because you're paying a 15 basis point premium. And if you run that outcome or this bet over 100,000 entries, this Bet365 sportsbook is going to make 7% around there, give or take a couple percentage points or a good day or bad day, right? So what they should be paying you, or you should have to give less money to Bet365 to make the same, if that makes sense, right? So if you flip a coin, 50-50 outcome, that's plus 100 odds. I put down 100. If I pick heads and it goes on heads, I should get $100, but I only risked 100. Here I have to risk 115 to make 100 on a 50-50 outcome event. That's the issue with betting on sportsbooks without an edge. Over time, if you run it across like a million, let's say you place a million bets that are all 50-50 outcome, you're going to lose 7%, almost guaranteed, right? That's just how the math adds up over a long period of time. So when you are looking at these odds on, let's say, like Prizepicks or Underdog, they charge you a stupid amount it's very predatory compared to like a traditional sports book because of their parlay system and their payouts, right? So for example, Prizepicks, this is I'm pretty sure a 3-pick power or a 2-pick power. It might be a 2-pick power, but for example, in a 2-pick power, what is that? What is the outcome of a 2-pick power? You get paid 3x, right? On Prizepicks for a 2-pick power, you get paid 3x, right? When you should be getting paid 4x. Why? That's a good way to spell that. 2 times 2, okay, 4. So that means I have a 1 out of 4 chance to hit two 50-50 outcomes back to back, meaning that if this sportsbook was fair and not charging me anything for this the right to use their book, I should be getting paid 4x on a 2-pick power. But they would never make money there because in theory they would break even forever because that's just how the math works. But they charge you this 1x and it changes per deal, right? So a 3, let's say pays you 5x, but to hit this, it's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, right? So it'd be 2 times 2 times 2, right? It'd be 8. So you should be getting paid 8x on a 3-pick power. They take that 3x. That's why 3-pick powers are the worst, or 3-pick flexes are the worst, because they're giving you a lower payout than you deserve for hitting that. So over time, you're going to lose a large percentage to the sportsbook. Hopefully that made sense. I'm going to give you a quick little thing here. If you go onto the OddsJam website, you can show the no vig odds. And so when you do no vig, it takes away that specific sportsbook's vig, which is their edge, their profit. If you turn that on, it shows you the true outcome of that event occurring according to the sportsbook's analysts, right? So for example, if you take away, let's say UD or PP's odds or their cut, in theory, all their picks are 50-50, right? But Well, Prize Picks analysts set every line assuming it's a 50-50 outcome. Their analysts, their number one job is to set the line at a 50-50 outcome event. Okay, that's their goal. If I'm hired by Prize Picks, my job is to find the stat of the player where the over and the under is a true 50-50 outcome. That way I entice bettors to bet the over the under equally, but I just pay them out less than they deserve for hitting their parlay. And then over time, you just lose to math, right? You lose your 15%. So what you have to do is, hold on, I'll show you. You have to place your parlays for the best odds that you can get. And I don't know why it's not showing, but normally there's a thing up here that shows you Prize Picks 5-pick flex odds, and it'll show you if you turn this off that the 5-pick flex or 6-pick flex is actually minus 119. Okay, meaning that that's their most fair option of parlay, right? Meaning that they still make money off you if you're not getting an edge on your picks, but it's less of a predatory edge than a 2-pick power or 3-pick power or whatever, anything less than a 5-pick. Right? So 5 and 6 are the best payout, but if you're not using the right edge, you're going to lose even with 5 or 6-pick flexes. So what you got to do is when you see these 50-50 lines, or I probably just got rid of it, but right, you see these 50-50 outcome event lines, there's no point in taking them because over time you're just going to lose to the sportsbooks percentage cut because they pay you out less than the 50-50 outcome. So what you need to do is find good lines. Right. So Kyrie Irving over 4.5 is a good line, right? The average is 133. It's over 130. Okay, we like that. But this is not the true outcome, the true odds of that event outcome occurring, right? I don't know what the implied odds are of negative 140. I'm not sure how to do the math, but it's favored by a certain percentage. But it's truly not negative 140 favored because what you do if you do show no vig odds, and you go back to down to Kyrie Irving, this is the true odds of that event occurring according to that sportsbooks analyst. Okay, so we see Bet365, their analysts say that Kyrie Irving over 4.5 rebounds, right? Rebounds is favored by 18 basis points. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but it's favored by 18. Okay, that's how much it's truly favored by. There's a way to do the math to figure out how much this 18 equates to in percentage, but I'm gonna take a wild guess. It's probably somewhere around 2%. That's a guess, but that's an accurate guess. You see, whatever 10bet has the same odds, but then you go to Barstool, they think it's more favored. Okay, but so when you click show no vig odds, that takes away that specific sportsbook's cut, and every sportsbook takes a different cut. You see these percentage numbers, they move on every book. Every book takes a different amount of money. So you see, obviously, Prize Picks at Underdog are the most predatory. They take the most money. And you see, for example, this guy, Betano, takes the least amount of money from their people at 4.7%. But you see Bally Bet, they take more than Betano in terms of the way they set their odds. So this is their profit margin, right? So if they go like to like show like a financial report, their profit margin is 6.8%. These guys is 4.7%. That's all it is. And so basically what the show no vig odds does is it discounts both the over and the under by the person's cut to show you what the true outcome of the true probability of that event occurring, right? So after you take away Bally's 6.8% cut and you take that from this number, then this shows you the true odds. And the way you beat Prize Picks or Underdog or whatever is you have to find you can find lines that are greater than plus 100, I'm pretty sure, in terms of true odds, but it's more accurate to turn on to turn off no vig, and then it'll show you the actual number. This should be minus 119 if you're putting it into a 5-pick flex. But basically, if your average value, the way I do it is if your average value is over minus 130, whether it's the over or the under, then you take it because that gives you like the minus 133 minus 119. That's your like benefit, right? That's like your edge on price picks, and you run that 2 to 3% edge over multiple bets, then over time you should win, mathematically speaking. But it has to be put over a large amount of time with tons of bet plays. That's why when you see me bet, I'm min betting $5, right? Well, I'm not in college basketball because I'm kind of a beast on college basketball. But for example, like we have NFL and NBA, right? So or NHL. I don't watch NHL. I don't watch NBA. NBA is sleeper fest. But for example, I'm essentially putting down $1 on every player. So for example, yesterday I placed 25 bets and I had a 5 pick parlay in 25 bets, right? So 25 times 5, I had 100 individual event outcomes that were all favored by negative 130 or more, meaning that I should make around a like 2 to 4% gain on my money according to the math. And I got super lucky, not lucky, but it's a perfect example, right? I made $5 on a $130 bet, right? And that ROI 3.85, that is literally perfect. I have 100 events where they were all favored by negative 130, right? And I made 3.85%. Like there couldn't be a better example, right? And you're thinking, wow, Nick, you did all that work for $5. Well, I only placed 130, right? If I could guarantee 3.85% return every day, I would bet like 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, whatever, and get a 3% return on that larger bet base every day over the course of a year. I'm a millionaire, okay? So this is just how the math works. You need to place tons and tons of bets to delete the variance factor. The more you bet, the more the true outcome of the event reaches its projected percentage point, right? Like one day can be good, one day can be bad, but if you run that across 2 years, it's gonna always go down to around 2 to 4%, 5%, somewhere around there. That's your edge, that's your return, but that's every single day, right? You compound 3% every single day. That's a lot of money. So I hope this video made sense. I hope my picket slip is a good example. Um, I'm not sure if it's public, but you can follow it. I started doing the positive EV on January 15th, and so far I've been green every day. So yeah, I hope this all made sense, and hope you guys subscribe, all that good stuff. Okay, bye.